This is the Transformers Generations Legacy Evolution Humble Origins 2-pack of Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion packs. Man, the box art looks absolutely fantastic. Now, this set is an Amazon exclusive, so I picked it up at Amazon.com. Free shipping to the Philippines. Very cool. Also, if you live in Asia, this figure is also available at Robo. Let's get these guys out of packaging. And here are Shockwave and Orion packs from the IDW Comics out of the box, and boy, these figures look fantastic. I'm so pleased with the way they came out. Heavy retooling of previously released molds. Very, very amazing design. Let's take a closer look at the details of both these two figures. So, Senator Shockwave and Police Captain Orion packs. These two characters are based off of comic book characters from the IDW publishing, and their story takes place 6 million years ago, before the Great War. Now, for those of you who are hardcore comic book fans and you collect the toys, they're not super accurate to how they look like in the comic book, but for casual readers like me, I don't really read up on IDW. I read one comic book here and there. To me, it's okay. It's not perfect, but I honestly feel it's good enough. The TLDR on the story of these guys was, 6 million years ago, there was a Senate, and apparently Cybertron was like Earth. Back in the day, they had a Senate, a corrupt Senate, and both these two guys became suddenly aware of how corrupt the Senate is. He was trying to change and reform the Senate. He made this speech as police captain. He invaded the Senate. He made this revolutionary speech, and that got him imprisoned and injured, and he saved him because he was shocked. Senator Shockwave back in the day was trying to make relations and join forces and befriend young revolutionary Autobots, and he was actually responsible for putting the chamber for the Matrix of Leadership in Orion Pax's chest when he repaired and bailed him out of jail. So yeah, it's a pretty long backstory. It's a very interesting read, actually. Shockwave back in the day was he spoke normally. He was a statesman. He was friends with several Autobots, including Chrome Dome and Orion Pax. These two were allies back in the day. The good senator with the police captain. Now, eventually, Shockwave was punished by the Senate, by Sentinel and Proteus, and his punishment was he was dismembered, and they replaced his chest with his now, G1-ish look self, and then they changed his face, his head. They made him look like he does now, and they replaced his hands with claws, so he couldn't do anything. And then eventually he decided, Megatron took him in, gave him a lab, and gave him he took a fist, and then he replaced the other hand with a gun, and he now looks like how he looked like in G1. So it's a kind of weird way of explaining how he came to be as a good senator, a statesman, and now he's one of Megatron's trusted scientists and warriors. Now, Orion Pax, like I said, looks like the Optus Pexus from Mastermind Creations. Now, unfortunately, he does not come with these two blasters. These two blasters I had, appropriated and stolen from the Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Optimus Prime, obviously, but it's a good fit. If you're not using this for your Armada Optimus Prime, it does fit nicely with this Orion Pax. Now, he's a data clerk based on the box, but eventually he would be a data clerk in G1, but in the comic books, he was police captain. And I thought he looked fantastic as police captain. He kind of looks like a precursor, really looks like a precursor to Optimus Prime. Orion Pax was pretty badass back in the day, 6 million years ago. Now, the good senator does not have weapons, obviously, because he's a statesman. He just comes with these extra wings. It's really for alt mode. He does use the Tetrajet Siege Voyager class Seeker mold. This Orion Pax uses the Siege Hound mold, which has been retooled somewhat. The chest has been retooled. We've got a new head sculpt. The weapon, if it looks familiar, is from the old, I think, Thrilling 30 Generations IDW Orion packs, which they've repainted. And the gun obviously is from Hound. Now, one thing that really stands out with these figures are the head sculpts. Look at these fantastic head sculpts. Oh my goodness, I love it. The Orion Pack's head sculpt looks amazing. Even Shockwave looks great. Not super accurate. I mean, it's not very accurate, but it's a fair, like I said, it's a very good depiction of their IDW counterparts. Really nice. No, I love the color. I love how these colors came out. Shockwave should have been more gray than blue, but they decided to go with more turquoise blue than gray. That's fine with me. I actually do like the color. Orion Pax has his usual blue and red colors. He kind of looks more like Optimus Prime actually with these colors than Orion Pax. But overall, very pleased with the colors, the aesthetics. I mean, if you love these molds back in the day, you're gonna love these redecos. For some size comparisons, here is the old Siege Hound figure, as well as the Power of the Primes Orion Pax. And for Shockwave, here is the Siege Starscream mold. This is the premium finish Siege Starscream. And his final form, the Siege Leader Class Shockwave. Now let's talk about plastic quality for a second. Now some of you I know are quite annoyed when I do this, so you can just skip forward to about 3-4 minutes into the video if you don't want to hear plastic quality. And I know a lot of you guys make fun of me with this, but I have to do this because to the untrained eye, plastic between these two figures in the previous mold might seem identical, but given the fact that I have my triple PhD on plastic quality experimentation and testing, you know, and I have my certified plastic testing tools right here, a pencil and some tweezers. Let me just show off what I mean. Okay, the original plastic of Siege Hound, it's very solid. Now, this figure does still have the solid shins, somewhat solid chest, but the gray plastic, it just feels lighter. It doesn't feel softer, it just kind of feels lighter. And I don't know if it's the same plastic, but it just sounds a little bit hollow. Now, not too concerned about that. My biggest concern really are the feet. They've remolded the feet into thinner plastic, not as solid as this one, and you will hear it. It does make a different sound. It's a lighter trill on it, and probably because it's more hollow, but I don't know. I was inspecting this one when the foot came off. I was transforming it for the first time. The foot did come off, and it does feel much lighter. It does just feels a smidge lighter. It's not super bad. I'm just saying that they saved money on this plastic. They didn't want to use the original resin, which was a lot more solid during the Siege time. This one is just a little bit cheaper, I think, which is a little bit annoying, but you know, like I said, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. It's just annoying that they have to do this. Orion Pax overall, not too disappointed. It's really Shockwave that I was a little bit disappointed. And the biggest disappointment really is, well, they still didn't do the pins on this one for some reason. And I don't know why, but yeah, I should have put pins on it instead of the usual friction joints. But like I said, to the untrained eye, this might seem identical. But I don't know how to explain it. The best way to show you is by tapping it. But when you hold the figures, you will notice a slight lightness with this new rendition of this Siege mold, this Siege Tetrajet mold. And there's a difference in pitch, and I don't want to make a big fuss about it, but it's like I said, it's just annoying that they have to do this. Even the arms, these bits right here, arguably the old Siege plastic that they used for the arms were a little bit soft, but not as soft as this new one. This new one just, I don't know. I just feel this is a smidge lighter than this one, and you will really notice it once you hold on to them. So very, very similar, but not quite. And I'm sorry to belabor the point, but I had hoped that because of the recent releases in the Legacy Evolution line, that we were already past this, that Hasbro was done trying to save money on plastic, but used the same mold, but used lighter plastic, which is a shame. Because the figures are terrific. They look terrific. They just feel a little lighter than the original. One good thing they did, though, with the Hound gun was, if you remember the old Hound gun, this was loose as heck. But the new one, don't know if it's a remold or they just used a heavier plastic. This, or they probably fixed the clearances. This one's really tight. And then if you put it right here, it stays on. So I guess that's okay. So transformation, for the benefit of those who have not seen the transformation of these two Siege molds, let's begin with Orion packs or the Siege Hound mold. Put the weapons off to the side. Go ahead and rotate the arms this way. Okay, and then detach the shoulders. You're gonna go ahead and flip this out. Go ahead and fold up the chest. Stick that one in. Okay. Shoulders are gonna fold in this way. They're gonna stay right there. Okay, the legs. You're gonna unfold these pieces like this. Fold them up like that. Go ahead and rotate. Oh. See what I mean? But it's not the mold. I tell you, it's not the mold. It's the plastic. Okay. All right. Fold. Fold. Combine. And combine. Ah. Okay. Fold. Okay. Fold. It's the plastic that's really much softer. You would not have that kind of issue with the Hound figure. And it's really a shame because the figures really look great. They had to try and cut corners with the plastic quality. So there you go. Orion packs in his Cybertronian Jeep mode, I think. So you can, I shouldn't say, you can peg weapon like this and then like this. So okay, and for comparison, here he is with Hound. Obviously the Hound mold looks way better, but this one has a Cybertronian heavily retooled Jeep. Actually, it looks okay. They've retooled the windshield, the grille, even the rear end, the kneecaps, they retooled. Wheels are the same, sides are the same, under chassis the same. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. On to Shockwave. You can plug these out. I mean, remove them if you want to, if you're afraid that you're gonna just break or, chip them. So, but you don't have to. Go ahead and fold the arms this way. Okay. Same thing on the other side. Go ahead and fold. Okay, fold this up. Fold out, fold these pieces out, this up like this, untab, unpeg. Okay, fold and combine the nose cone. Okay, rotate the waist, go ahead and fold the feet, fold up the legs. Legs are gonna tab onto the hips. Okay, I'm gonna stay right there. These bits are gonna fold down like that. The arms are going to lock in the legs. Okay, then the wings are gonna come in here and tab onto the nose cone and lock in onto the arms. And these are gonna tab in. Okay, it's a little tight, but doable. Okay, there we go. These teeny tiny wings, they're okay. They're a nice accent. I wish they were much bigger, but yeah, they're okay. So yeah, I do like the thrusters right here, the pauldrons on his backpack. They do form very nice accents to the jet. So it doesn't entirely look like a tetrajet. If speaking of a tetrajet, here's the premium finish Starscream. Yeah, he does look pretty small, but feels like a Star Trek ship. Feels like a Battlestar Galactica ship. So. From afar, they look very, very premium, but once you hold them and actually feel the plastic, yeah, it's gonna show. I mean, it's not as great as this one. Arguably, this one is a premium finish, but that's mainly because of the paint. But the plastic they used, absolutely spot on, solid. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. And so some final thoughts on this Transformers Legacy Evolution Humble Origins 2-pack of Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk or Police Captain Orion packs. Overall, I'm okay with this set. Didn't like the fact that they tried to save money on using a lighter type of plastic, but what can you do? That's Hasbro for you, right? The colors, I think, are okay. For someone who doesn't read a lot of IDW comic books, I think they're acceptable incarnations and iterations of these characters from the comic books. They're not super accurate, but I think, in my opinion, that's just me, for a casual reader of the comic books, I think they're okay. Are these figures something you must have if you're a Legacy Evolution collector? I'm gonna say no. I think these are for the Generations Transformers figures collector who's actually into the IDW continuity, who reads up a lot in the comic books. Sure, this is for you. But if you're the casual collector, you already have Hound, you have too many Tetrajets, there's really no need to rush out of the house and just go hunt these figures out or pre-order them like crazy on Amazon, or just go to the nearest hobby shop who might have them and try and purchase them. No rush to get this. And I'm pretty sure after a few months, these guys are gonna be on, I don't know, on other retailers, or they're probably going to be on markdown and clearance on Amazon. So just wait it out. If you're not really into the IDW continuity, but you think these figures are great, I think the best way is just to wait for them to go on clearance. Now, having said all of that, are these good figures? I think they're pretty good. Except for the fact that the quality of the plastic might have suffered. I thought the colors came out great. The design, the sculpting, the detail, those fantastic head sculpts, super tight joints. They fixed the gun of Hound. Overall, I'm very, very pleased with this. So maybe, I think because of the plastic quality, I think I'm gonna give this set a 9 out of 10. It's not, I wanted to give it a perfect score, but like I said, plastic quality brought the score down, but not by much. So 9 out of 10 I think is fair. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Generations Legacy Evolution Amazon exclusive Humble Origins 2-pack of Voyager class Senator Shockwave and Deluxe class Data Clerk / Police Captain Orion packs. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.